making some predictions for the month of February based on just your date of birth. Hello everybody, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very warm namaste. Now in December 2022, I made a video that showed you, based on numerology, how to calculate a personal year vibration for 2022. So based on your date of birth, you would calculate a personal year for 2022, and then I did predictions for the whole year for 2022 based on your date of birth. So I got a lot of views on that video. Over 250,000 views, and a lot of other YouTube creators stole my content and made videos, the exact same video, so which is okay with me, they can do that. But now that video did a prediction for the whole year, a general theme for you based on your personal year on what 2022 kind of, you could expect to happen in 2022. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make predictions for every month going forward, starting in February. This is what this video is going to do, for what you can expect to happen in each month based on your personal year. So in order to watch this video, you need to know what your personal year is based on the numerology calculation that I did, showed you how to do in my last video in December. Now, we know that the personal year calculation tells us what theme that we're going to have in this year, in our personal years. But even though the whole personal year has a certain theme, every month has a different theme also, because the whole year can't have the exact same events happening. We know that every month would be unique in itself. So every month has certain uniqueness to it in that whole year. So the whole year theme applies, obviously, but then each month has a uniqueness to it. So I'm going to make predictions about that. So you still need to know what your personal year is based on how I showed you how to calculate it in my previous video. And then you can listen to the predictions that I make now for February 2022. Now, for those people that don't know their personal years because they either didn't watch my video or don't know how to calculate it, I'm going to add a link in my description box to my previous video that shows you how to calculate your personal year for 2022. The video has a timestamp that tells you exactly at what point you want to, how to calculate your personal year, or you can watch the whole video. It's entirely up to you. But a quick rundown on how to calculate your personal year is where you add your month of birth to your date of birth, and then you add it to the current year. So if you were born on April 23rd, you would add April, which is 4. You would add 2 plus 3 for 23. And then for the current year, which is 2022, you would add 2, 2, 2, which is 3 times 2. So you add all of that together, and then you would get a result. But numerology tells us that you have to reduce everything to a single digit, because everything vibrates at a level numbers 1 through 9. So if you get a double digit result, you have to add those two numbers together and then come to another single digit. Let's say you get another double digit, then you have to add those two together and come to a single digit again. So the first step is to know your personal year for 2022, and then you can listen to my predictions for February based on your personal year. Know your personal year, and we're going to move on and make some predictions. And I'm going to have to move my seat because, as you can see, the sun likes to come in at this time of the year and ruin my videos, which it's a good thing that it comes in, but it kind of ruins my videos. So I'm going to make some predictions for personal years 1 through 9 in this video. Before I move on with my predictions, let me remind you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. I need more subscribers. I get so many views, but people forget to subscribe. And also, if you like my content, I love comments. I love responding to comments. And also, if you like the video, share it with friends and family. For people that are having a personal year number 1, February signifies the energy of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is a very happy month. Or happy planet, I should say. Jupiter is a very happy planet, and it signifies all the good things and the happy things in our life, like love and children, education, creativity. And above all, it signifies advancement and new opportunities. The only way you can take benefit of this is by reaching out to people through a pure heart, honest communication, and reaching out to people and socializing with them and asking them for the help that you may need in all these things. If you want something in your job, if you want to grow your business, the best way to do it in February is to reach out to people with an honest, open heart, with pure communication, and try to ask them for what you need. You may be surprised that these people may be actually just willing to help you, because Jupiter is a planet that's very willing to help, and it likes to reward honesty. It likes to reward pure hearts. Make sure you're not conniving. Make sure you're not deceptive, because when you do that and you ask for help, Jupiter doesn't like to reward that. In fact, it sort of punishes you. In fact, takes away what you have. So make sure you stay very honest to yourself. You have a good time with your children. You have a good time with your loved ones, because Jupiter also promises you happy times. In fact, I would suggest you spend a lot of time spending time, good times and happy times with your family, loved ones, and your children. But make sure you don't forget to explore your own creativity and spend time with yourself to understand what it is that you really want Jupiter to give you. It's a lucky month, so you need to make sure you explore what it is that you want your luck to give you, and how do you go about it. Make sure you think about what you want, how you want to use this luck, and then go about getting it. There may be new opportunities that come up. There may be new ideas that come up in your head, and other people may come up with new opportunities and ideas. Listen to them, think through them, and pursue them. When Jupiter gives you something, it always is a positive thing in your life. So make sure you use this month positively. This month, this kind of energy doesn't come up every month. It comes once in a great while, once in 9 months to be sure. And then the way you utilize it is going to be up to you. If you're going to be untruthful, if you're going to stay alone and not mix with people, you're going to waste this month. So make sure you're out and about. It's a happy month. It's a pleasant month. It's a month for growth and advancement. You need to take best advantage of it by going out, meeting people, showing them what a true, honest soul person you are, what your intentions are good, honest, clean, and ask them for what you want. And Jupiter might just give that to you. Good luck in having a very happy and blessed month. For people that are having a personal year number 2, what does February have? It has the energy of Rahu. Now, Rahu signifies suddenness, and the moon, which is a personal year number 2, is emotion and relationships. So put that all together. Sudden changes in relationships and your emotions. So your emotions this is going to be an emotional month for you. It's going to be a month of sudden changes in maybe relationships for you. This is a month that pushes you to your boundaries in your relationships. You maybe need to make a decision or choices, and they may come up suddenly and out of nowhere. It's time to organize your mind. Make sure you're very consistent. Rahu doesn't like consistencies. It pushes people to the bounds, to the extreme limits of everything that it touches. In this month, it's going to be your emotions. So Rahu's going to mess up your mind a little bit. It's going to be illusions. It's going to show you these illusions, and it also might show you smoke and mirrors, thinking there's a relationship when there is none, or when there is a relationship telling you there isn't one. So make sure this is the month your emotions are completely balanced. This is going to be basically an emotional month for you, a roller coaster month for you. And Rahu also brings out suddenness. So the theme for February for you is going to be suddenness, sudden changes in a lot of different things. It could be a lot of different things, but it's mostly about your mind. Also your mom, take good care of mom this month and tell her that you love her. One of the other significations of Rahu is because it gives you all these confusing thoughts. It also may impact your sleep pattern a little bit. So you need to make sure that you're very calm, composed, and you're sleeping well at night, because when Moon and Rahu come together, it disturbs your sleep. So maybe February will bring you some sleep disturbances, but nothing that you can't manage. And how do you manage that if you have all those kind of things coming up? Well, there's nothing to be scared of. All you have to do is learn to calm your mind and learn to think and focus carefully. This is the month that's going to ask you to focus carefully and think through things before making decisions. It's not a month to be scared of. It's a month to where you know that you need to balance your emotions. It's a month where you know you need to watch the relationships in your life. It's a month where you need to know that I just have to think a little bit more before I make any critical decisions in my life. It's a month where you nurture relationships and you value the people in your life. It's not a month to be scared of Rahu. Rahu just likes to test you a little bit and gives you all this smoke around something and clouds your thinking. But you can master that, because I'm telling you that you just need to think a little bit before you make critical decisions. Rahu sometimes gives you clouded judgment, and also you need to watch your money a little bit better, meaning don't just spend something impulsively. Make sure you think through things. Again, the key to February is going to be suddenness and thinking through things before you making decisions. One of the best things to do for you with this month would be to try some deep breathing and meditation. Meditation doesn't mean you have to go into a corner, you have to go to an ashram and you have to sit there. Meditation also means just sitting outside or sitting in a little corner by yourself and just thinking through things, listening to music that you like, any kind of music that you like, for 10 minutes and relaxing your mind. That's meditation too. And sometimes a lot of us like to do just that, to clear our minds and focus on ourselves, where you just like to be by yourself, think through our things, sort through our emotions, and just listen to some music or just listen to the sound of silence and focus on what makes us happy. What is the relationship that's most important in our lives? And that's the month for February for you. If you're having a personal year number 3, February brings you the energy of Mercury. Now, Mercury is fast-moving planet. It signifies communication, it signifies finance, and it also signifies fast-moving things. And that's what the energy of February will bring you. Maybe changes in your finance, something is going on. Changes in your fast-moving changes are going to happen in February. Things that you didn't expect will happen now. Good, bad, could be anything. But don't get used to it, because it will change every minute. So February for you is a fast-changing month, a month where suddenly things are happening all around you. And so don't get used to it, don't get complacent, and you will not be bored, that's for sure. Also, there may be certain changes in your financial situation. Mercury always represents finance. Think through things carefully when you make investment decisions, finance decisions, and any monetary, financial related decisions. Think through carefully, because there will be changes to that. This is what Mercury does. It makes you think through things. Mercury also represents our intelligence. So be intelligent this month. It's going to ask you to use your best intelligence on how you want to handle all these changes that come up. Don't sit back and let destiny take its course. Mercury always asks you that, how do you want to deal with it? How do you want to use your intelligence to deal with these changes? Sitting back and letting things happen is not what Mercury likes to do. Mercury wants you to use your intelligence. Mercury is called Buddha in Hindi or in Vedic astrology, and Buddha means buddhi, which is your thinking. So this is the month where you need to use your thinking to the best way possible on how you want to handle these changes that are coming about in your life. One of the things Mercury represents is your communication. You're really going to have to watch your communication in your key relationships. This is a month where saying something wrong or saying something not the right way could damage relationships as well. Because don't forget, you're having a personal year number 3, which is Jupiter. And so Jupiter wants you to maintain love in your relationships. And here comes Mercury that talks, and that sometimes Jupiter and Mercury don't like each other. So when you have a Mercury month in a Jupiter year, you can ruin relationships based on how you're going to talk to people. So be very careful on how you talk to people. And also, communication with all your professional, personal relationships is going to be very key this month. Again, the month focuses on fast-moving changes. The month focuses on your finance. It also focuses on decisions, and the month focuses on communication. This is very critical this month, but it could be a very good month if you're looking for change. If you're the kind of person that likes change, you're going to like this month. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like change, be prepared for it. Put your seatbelt on, be prepared for it, but use your best thinking, best knowledge, and don't forget, you're having a personal year number 3, which signifies Jupiter. And if you can't use your intelligence or unable to handle it, use somebody that you really value, whose advice you value, because remember, personal year number 3s have whole year where they're going to get very good advice. Jupiter is one of the best advisors. So if you can't handle it or you don't know how to handle changes, Go to somebody that you trust and let them give you the best advice possible on how to handle it. It's going to be a fun month for you. Fast changes. Take full advantage of it. Make sure you take the right decisions. If you're having a personal year number 4, February brings you the energy of Venus. Venus signifies love, relationships, all kinds of relationships, luxuries, spending money, and having a good time. But mostly when it's coupled with the moon, which is the energy of this year. When you put moon and Venus together, we're talking emotions in relationships more than we're talking the luxuries of life when we talk about Venus. So this is going to be a month where relationships are going to be the focus. Your love is going to be the focus. All kinds of relationships are going to be focus, meaning you could be tested in your relationships. Your relationships could ask a lot of you. They're going to ask you to be there for them. Maybe you're going to be the shoulder that somebody needs. Or maybe you're going to have to make a decision about a love relationship or any relationship. Be alert to the people around you. Be alert to the people that live around you or are important to you. How are they doing? Ask them how are they doing. Maybe they're not telling you and they really need you. This is the month that you need to be there for your relationships. Take care of relationships and nurture them. The moon also signifies your mom. Make sure that you're there for your mother. Call her and ask her, if you don't live with her, call her and ask her, how are you doing? This is the month where it's asking you to spend it nurturing relationships, not breaking them. So make sure you have a fun time in your relationships. This month has come to tell you, value your relationships and have fun with them. Tell people that you love them so you can enjoy them and that people can enjoy you as a person. So relationships need to be nurtured. This is the time, this is the month that tells you nurture relationships and so you enjoy them. There may be also certain people in this month where the relationships are tested because the moon and Venus sometimes test your relationships, key relationships. So the relationships may be tested. You need to stay strong for that. Venus will give you that energy to stay strong. This is not the month where you say, well, I'm giving it all up because somebody's tested the relationship. This is the month where you say, I'm strong enough. I can handle it. So we get, the energy of every planet once in 9 months. So we understand the importance of everything in our life. So this is the month where you understand the value of relationships and how to deal with them. Your personal life is going to be in the spotlight. There's no doubt about that. So make sure that this is the month where you nurture relationships. Don't break them. Do everything that you can to not break them and take care of them. Enjoy the month. Enjoy the love in your life and nurture those relationships and be there for the people that need you, so when you need them, they're there for you. If you're having a personal year number 5, February brings you the energy of Ketu or South Node. Now I know a lot of people want Ketu. I don't want anything to do with that planet. Thank you. Well, actually, I'll tell you a secret. Ketu is one of my favorite planets, and I'll tell you why. Ketu signifies some of the most beautiful things in our life, and the people that are having a personal year number 5 are having such a rapidly changing year that this is the month they're going to value the most. And I'll tell you why. Because Ketu signifies no changes. Ketu signifies solitude, isolation, sit quietly, focus on yourself, what makes you happy, and introspection. This is why I like Ketu so much. Now, a lot of people have associated Ketu with bad things and the reason they do that is because it's a material world out there, and so Ketu signifies lack of material things, separation from the material world, separation from the luxuries of life, simplicity in life. And so Ketu signifies simplicity in life and separation from things that bind us to the material life. So this is the month where you're probably not very interested in running after luxuries. You're probably not interested in running after people. You're probably not interested in what the material world is meant, signifies. This is a month where it's meant for you to spend on yourself. What a beautiful month where you sit with yourself and spend time with yourself. I've never had a lot of time to do that, where I sit with myself and spend time with myself. And I love that. That's why I like Ketu. This is that month for you. It's time to introspect and ask yourself, what makes me happy? What about me? What about me, and what can I do for the next few months? What do I do to make myself happy? Isn't that such a beautiful month? And that's what this month is going to do for you. You're going to find a place in your house or wherever it is that you like, and with a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and spend time with yourself thinking about what makes you happy. And you can do that this month, because that's what this month will offer you. It's not going to bring people into your life. It's not going to be a month of rapid change. It's going to ask you to introspect, ask yourself, who are you and what makes you happy? And then when the next month starts and the fast moving stuff starts to happen, you have the answers of what you want in your life and how do you want to go about doing them. So this month is going to give you a beautiful chance to just sit there and come up with the wisdom and the introspection that you need to for the next 10 months of this rapidly changing year. So it's giving you a chance. Ketu is giving you the chance in February to think about what it is that you want to do during the rest of the year. The rest of the year is such a fast changing year. You know, I had a personal year number 5 a couple of years ago, and I cannot tell you, it was changing every week. Things were happening out of nowhere. And I really wished I could have taken advantage of a Ketu month in the beginning of the year, so I could have planned for that year better. So you're getting that opportunity. The sudden changes will happen. Now, Ketu does give some sudden changes as well. So things that you didn't plan for. So you're going to value the fact that it's giving you time to think through things. If there are sudden changes that do happen, which Ketu does signify sudden changes in life. And so if it does, don't worry about it. You have time to think about, how do you want to handle them? How do you want to move forward with the change that Ketu has given you in this month? Because sometimes, like I said, Ketu does give changes, sudden changes. Because it has a separative tendency, but Ketu separates you from everybody else too, so when it brings its energy, so it's going to tell you, I don't want to socialize. So good month to spend with yourself, good month to plan, but don't make any fast decisions. Ketu won't let you make any of those fast decisions. Think through things and let the next few months be where you take the action. Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful month. Enjoy it, use it wisely. For people that are having a personal year number 6, February brings the energy of Saturn. Now, a lot of people that know astrology a little bit probably heard me say Saturn and go, I'll take another planet. I do not want Saturn. Well, too bad. You know what? It's not bad. Well, here's the challenge. This is the energy of Saturn and Moon together. The difficulty is that this month brings the energy of the Moon and the Saturn together. And Saturn is the slowest moving planet, and the Moon is the fastest moving planet. So they're conflicting energies. So this is a month where you're conflicted, between opposites. This is a month where it's karmic. And also because Saturn's a karmic planet, so this month is also karmic. So you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions. You're trying to make decisions that are very karmic. You may be getting results that are very karmic in nature, maybe the results of past karma. You're getting these results, and you're getting very conflicted within you. Again, because of the fast and the slow-moving planets' energy together. And the conflict is within you. The mind wants to do something, Moon, the mind, the emotion will tell you, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that. And then here's your karma, or your general feeling of what's right. Your karmic pattern will tell you this is what you really should be doing. And that's where the conflict is going to be. It's a conflicting month. It's going to be a month where you're torn between what is the right thing to do, what you really want to do. And so this is going to be just a little bit, I don't consider it a challenge. I think it's a test, right? And Saturn loves to test. So this is definitely going to be a month where you're going to be tested. Your ability to do the right thing, your ability to make the right decisions, your ability to think beyond yourself. Is it all about me, or is it all about everybody else as well? So this is what karma tests you. And this is that month where you're going to have to think about others to make sure your karma is always correct. Make sure you're always making the right decisions, not just based on this is good for me, but based on everybody that you care about and is in your life. every decision can't be made based on this is all good for me. The decisions that we make in our life, it always should impact and should never be hurtful or bad for people that are around us or society in general. And that's this month. This month is where you're going to be torn and you're going to be like, I really need to make a correct decision. This is a month where you'll be making decisions. This is a month where your emotions will be torn because you don't want to be with somebody. You would rather be with somebody else, let's say, as an example. You don't want to work at a certain job. You want rather work somewhere else. But what's the right thing to do? So this is a month where you may be pulled in different directions of what your mind wants and what your karma tells you is the right thing to do. Think through things carefully. That's all I can tell you. And make sure you do the right karma, because karma is the ultimate test. And I've always said that many times in my life for years and years is, even when I used to work in the corporate world, I would always ask somebody if they came to me and said, well, what should I do? If they were, in a situation where they were conflicted. And my answer is always do what is the right thing to do. It's not about one person. Just do what is the absolute right thing to do. So in this case, I'm going to suggest do what is right to do. Okay. And your mind always knows what's right. So, and again, if you don't know what is right, then you can always ask somebody that you respect or whose advice that you value. You can always ask somebody that. This month, it's all about right things to do. It's all about your karma. And don't forget, Saturn's a hard taskmaster. So this is going to be a hardworking month. No matter what you care or what you want to do or not, discipline and hard work is going to be key because that's what Saturn tells you to do. Hard work, discipline, Saturn, do what's right. Do the right karma. You're going to have a great month. If you're having a personal year number 7, February brings on the energy of Mars. Mars, full of action. Let's take care of this, let's do that, let's finish off this, let's finish off that, let's do that. Very aggressive, very high energy month. It's also a month, Mars also likes to complete things. Mars is the fighter, the soldier in the battle, right? So it likes to go there, take care of it, finish it off, and come back. So that's why Mars signifies the end of certain things, taking care of things. Not ending in a bad way, but taking care and completing certain things. So this is a month where you may complete certain things and end certain things. End has a very negative connotation, so I don't like to use the word endings. I like to use the word completion of things. So things might get completed. You might be satisfactorily go out and finish projects that you were lingering for a while, things that were just lingering and needed to get done. This is that month where you'll be like, okay, this is it, I'm going to do it now. And that's what Mars energy brings you. So Mars tells you to finish, complete. Let's get it done. Finish it off. It's lingering on for a while. This could mean projects. It could mean little work tasks. It could also mean relationships that aren't toxic for you or have run their course in your life. So, and it's an aggressive little planet. Mars is a little bit aggressive. So you need to watch your aggression this month. You need to watch and make sure that even though you're doing all these things and you're running around with all this energy, you're trying to complete all these things that have been like hanging around forever. You need to watch your aggression. You need to watch and make sure that, others are not having a Mars month. People that are around you, they're not having a Mars month. So you can't force people to do what you're doing. And may not have the same energy as you have, because Mars gives you a lot of energy in that month. So make sure that you don't push people around, because Mars tends to have, a negative Mars tends to kind of push people around, tell them what to do. So make sure that you do apply it only on yourself, although you should use this energy very positively. So if there's things that are around the house, at work, that have lingered on for a while and you're just like, I can't wait to finish this, great month, get it all done. If you need to put away all your, clean up your house and things have just been laying around and you just haven't been able to do, what a great month, get it all done, and you'll just start the next month with such a clean slate to begin with, Now you can make a new mess, so to speak. If there's anything else that you need to end, if it's a job that you don't like anymore, this is the month where you can go out, look for, and put an end to this toxicity in your life. So if there's things in your life that you're really not having fun with, don't like anymore, I'm really trying to get rid of this and end it, finish it off. this is a good month to start doing that, or put into action. They'll start, because it will get done, because that's the Mars energy that it brings you this month. This is where you get rid of things you don't want to do. Now, if there's bad habits, what a great month to get rid of them, right? So this is the month of endings. So you've had bad habits. Let's say if you want to give up some food because you're trying to have a better diet, this is the month where you say, I'm going to stop eating whatever. Or if there's you want to give up any other bad habits, you can say, I'm going to stop doing this, whatever those are. So you can, this is also a month where you use the energy or the vibration of endings and finality to give up certain bad things. So this is the month where you'll do it. It's a great month to do it. Even if you haven't thought of it, you can think of it now and say, okay, I'm going to do that. So a good energy, good vibrational energy, Mars also sometimes brings up past issues. Okay, so you have to be aware of that. Mars brings up some past memories and then triggers you to end certain things. So suddenly you may be plagued by, or all of a sudden you may be thinking of all the past things that happened to you, and then you'll use them today to end something or to take action in something. You may be bothered by something that all of a sudden comes back from the past. So Mars energy does that as well. So you may be all of a sudden thinking of something and then that happened in the past, and then use it in your current life, and then use that memory to take action now. So again, Mars is a good energy to have. Mars energy is good. You should put it to good use. And again, it's a great month to take advantage of it and have a good month. If you're having a personal year number 8, February brings on the energy of the sun. Now, the people that are having a personal year number 8 were going to have, the theme of the year is hard work, discipline, put your head down. It's all about Saturn, and it's all about, karmic patterns, and you just get the job done. Now, here, if all of a sudden you get this 1 month that you have the sun, the energy of the sun, and that you get this opportunity. And what is this opportunity for? So the sun is a luminary, and so this month brings on the energy of the sun and the moon together. And sun and moon are the two planets that are the luminaries in the universe. So it's all about light. It's all about you. So this month you can actually utilize it to put the spotlight. So you'll notice that the spotlight is on you all of a sudden. You have a burst of self-confidence. You have a burst of a little bit of an ego. You have a burst of like a fresh start all of a sudden. You might get a fresh start. Sun is that planet that some people said to me, but the sun's not a planet. Well, it's not a planet, but in astrology it's considered a planet. So the sun is the one that comes out in the morning and starts the new day. So this is the month that starts something new, some new ideas, something like, it's like planting a seed. So this is the month where you could probably plant a seed and watch it grow through the rest of the year. So it's a great month. Take good advantage of it. You're also going to have a lot of self-confidence. You're going to focus on yourself. You could focus on yourself this month to how do you want to be? How do you want to present yourself? Because don't forget, the two luminaries, sun and moon, are on you. So this is the month to shine in front of others. How do you want to present yourself to others? I know you're having a personal year number 8, which is Saturn, but this month is going to be special. Present yourself to others. How do you want them to see you? This is a special month in this whole year. So stand out. How do you want to stand out in front of everybody? At work, in your personal life? How do you want to present yourself? This is the month of focus. The spotlight's on you. Do what you can to go out there and put your ideas out there. This is also a month where it's going to be a standalone month of leadership. So if there's something that you are looking for, a leadership position, and you want to put yourself out there, notice, so your superiors at work notice you. Great month for that. But put yourself out there, go out, meet people with your new self-confidence, with your new vitality, so to speak, and the energy of your like new magnetism. The sun is very vibrant, so with your vibrancy, go out, meet them, make yourself known, make yourself out there, put yourself out there, I should say, and present yourself out there. It's a good opportunity month, so do that. That's how you take best advantage of it. Also, watch that ego, Watch that ego. Sun gives you a little bit of an ego. So watch that ego. It's also, the sun also represents your father. So I'm sure you'll spend some good time with your father if he's around. You're lucky enough to have him in your life. Make sure you tell him you love him and spend some good time with him. This is a good month for that. Also, if you were looking for some favors from the government, it's a good time. It's on, it represents the government. So if you were trying to get something from the government, this might be the month you get it. Or you could apply for it if you were thinking about it. Grants, favors, all kinds of benefits from the government, I should say. This would be a good month to do that. You would certainly get it. Do that. Also, like I said, use this energy, because this year is a hard year for you, because it's hard work, discipline year for you. Personally, you're number 8, but this month is very special for you. So don't let it go waste. Use this good energy to go out, shine, and take best advantage of it. You're going to have a wonderful month. If you're having a personal year number 9, February brings on the energy of the moon. So already we have the energy of the moon in 2022, and now moon. So now you have double energy of the moon, and the moon we know signifies emotional issues. So this is a month where your emotions, it's going to be an emotional month for you. This is a month where you're going to have to learn to balance your emotion all within yourself. Also signifies your mother. So there may be events with your mother. Tell her you love her if she's still in your life, and make sure you spend time with her. So in order to balance your emotions, this is the remedy that I'm going to give you. Is make sure you spend good time with her. Tell her you love her, and that helps you balance the emotions as well, because moon signifies your mom as well. So what are the emotions for? What is this? This is a conflicting, or not a conflicting so much as it is where you're going to have to make some emotional decisions. Maybe you may have to make choices, emotional choices in your life. You may be conflicted in these choices. So that's the right way to say it, is you may be conflicted between the choices that you have to make. Emotionally conflicted in your choices. Extreme. The month is of extremes. Happy, sad. Happy, sad. So it's like a seesaw month where you go from happy to sad. And it's, like I said, it's a month where you have to learn to balance your emotions. You're going to have to learn to balance out these emotions, so you don't go through the seesaw of emotions of up and down. It's a gentle vibration. The moon brings on a very gentle vibration. So this is a very gentle month. What does a gentle month mean? There's no aggression. There's no physical aggression. There's no negative influences. It's more of a gentle vibration, meaning it's all about your emotions. It's all about how do you feel. It's all about how am I feeling today? How is everybody feeling today? But the moon is all about you. One of the key things about the moon is partnerships. So it's all about you and your partner sometimes. It could be a business partner. It could be your marital partner. It could be a partner, your love interest. It could be your child. It's partnerships, two people. So 2 people could be any partnerships. It could be between siblings. So it's all about balancing the emotions between partnerships, your relationships, the one-on-one relationships that you have with every person in your life, every critical person in your life. So it's all about them. This is a month where your partnerships, your love partnerships, are going to be key for you. That's going to be your focus for you. Spend time with each one of them to make sure your emotions stay balanced. Make sure you don't get too emotional. Don't get too carried away in the emotions. Again, this is a month where if you're getting too emotional, or if you feel it's going to be too much for you, it won't be. I'm not trying to scare you, but if it does, one of the key remedies is to drink lots of water, because the water calms the mind down, because our body is 70% water, and that's why the moon is considered to rule our emotion, because the moon signifies water as well. So make sure you're drinking lots of water, clean water, and don't mix anything into it. Just pure water signifies moon. When we mix something into it, it becomes another planet. So make sure you're drinking lots of good, clean, cold water to keep your emotions in check. And also, if you want, and where you live allows it, the weather allows it, you could sit outside during the full moon phases. You can just sit outside for 10-15 minutes and meditate. That balances your emotions. Now, this is a remedy that anybody can do at any time if they're feeling emotional or emotionally exhausted. You can come out during the full moon nights, not when the moon is going down, but when the moon is growing, or especially when it's a full moon. You can actually do donations during the full moon, but you can also come out during when the growing moon phases and during the full moon and just sit for 10 minutes and meditate on the light of the moon, and it helps you mentally and emotionally very much so. So again, it's a beautiful month, soft, very soft, gentle month. Focus on yourself and your emotions, learn to balance them out, and make sure that your partnerships in your life and the relationships in your life are very, very well maintained. And with that, I come to the end of my video. I'll see you again in my next video. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy,